Storm was massive, causing weather watches and warnings across 10 states from New York to Tennessee. We know at least 2 people have died, more than 1 million people without power at some point, and thousands of flights were canceled, delayed, or rerouted. Looking at the damage, as you see here, it is hard to understand why we had so many issues as a result of those storms. We sent our Evan Kozlov to Reagan National Airport to check out the impact that the storm is having on flights both in and out of Reagan National. Evan, good morning to you.
Good morning, Larry. We've seen the number of cancellations increase from the last hour. So at 5 a.m., I told you that there were 310 cancellations nationwide. Now we're up to 327. That's according to FlightAware. And of course, it includes many that are coming in and out of DCA. Just look at the board here. Every line that's orange, that's a cancellation. So we've got cancellations of flights going to Atlanta, to Chicago, to Detroit, to Hartford, to San Juan. So all these places where, yeah, we'd like to go on vacation right now, those flights are canceled. And if you come and look behind me here, you'll see that we are starting to pick up. We are getting busy here at DCA. Of course, the impacts of all this were way more than just here in the DC region. We had flight cancellations coming out of Boston, out of New York, out of Atlanta, up and down the East Coast. More than 8,500 delays yesterday, over more than 1,700 cancellations. This morning I spoke with some folks who had some major delays. Take a listen.
I got up at 2 a.m. this morning just to get here for my 5 a.m. flight.
So, then it got delayed.
It got delayed.
Yeah, you could have slept in.
Pulled in at 4:30 yesterday, turned my phone off airplane mode, got all the notifications, got pushed back to 8:30 this morning. Missed a day of work, struggling to get any sleep.
Yep, a lot of people right now are struggling to get some sleep right now. Of course, all of this because the FAA had to reroute a lot of planes around the storms. They had to put a pause on some of these flights, and then of course the airlines had to react, and so many of them just canceled flights. And I can tell you, look, I'm not the story here, but I did have this personal experience. I was telling you guys at 5 a.m. I was supposed to be on a flight out of Boston yesterday at 4 p.m. That got canceled, and so I had to hop on an Amtrak train instead. 8 hours later, I got here around 1 a.m. So I can connect with a lot of these people that are here that are looking pretty sleepy and dreary-eyed. I too am feeling that way. So a lot of people are dealing with this issue right now. Reporting here at DCA, I'll send it back to you guys.
And you still got to work on time. Evan Kozlov, no doubt remarkable. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Let's talk about what we're seeing in some of our other airports. BWI, Dulles, starting with BWI this morning. Some of those delays that we had already been tracking actually doing a lot better this morning. Still a few delays, particularly for those of you that are going to be traveling toward Minneapolis, Detroit, as well as Atlanta. Looks like that Atlanta flight was canceled. But for the most part, we have a lot of on-time flights and some flights that are beginning to board as well. As we take you to Dulles, remember, Dulles is an airport typically used for our international flights. So far, so good. We're not seeing much of the way of delays. Just a few right now that were causing some problems. I believe it was a flight out of going to San Francisco, and it looks like a flight in Cairo. Looks like that's currently in customs. But so far, so good at Dulles. Certainly a different story at BWI this morning. Annie?